What's going on? How are you guys today? We are live on YouTube and we're going live on Instagram for a few minutes. We're just going to do an Ask Me Anything today, talk about whatever you guys would like to talk about, whether it's related to nutrition, current events. That's up to you guys. But how are you guys tonight? I just finished my workout and I got a couple things to do later. But hopefully I get to bed before 2 or 3 a.m. What are you guys up to today? Finishing converting a vegan baddie into a carnivore. You know, I'm surprised more people didn't pick up that my hottest vegan girls video were actually mostly dudes dressed as girls, but I guess that's what Frankie Boy likes. Sam Gleason, thanks for contributing to the conversation as usual. How's my day been? I don't know. I've been like doing the same thing lately. Like I'll wake up and I'll do like 2 or 3 hours of work on my computer and phone, and then I'll just like eat something and take a nap for a couple hours, and then I'll film my video workout, do a live stream. Do I eat lobster? I used to eat lobster before I had iron overload issues. Yeah, I think I did a video on lobster actually. Hey Kimberly, how are you tonight? Hello from South Africa. What's up, dude? Can you sell me some, South Africa has a lot of good animal products that they export. But how are you guys on Instagram? What's going on, guys? We're just doing a Ask Me Anything about nutrition. John Venus joined the carnivores streaming. That's hilarious. Does anyone know what they talked about? It's kind of funny how I called it. Will Clown Venus join the carnivores? But you guys know what they're doing. It's actually very orchestrated. So if you look on John Venus's channel, everyone hates him. But now he has an influx of supporters. And these new people supporting John Venus are the fake people that are shilling for the carnivores. So what they're doing is they're sending over fake support from the carnivores for John Venus to try to emulate. Basically, you know how like people create a crowd or create something and then people join them, even if that initial creation was fake? That's what they're doing. They're sending people to support John Venus, get people to support John Venus, and then hopefully they're hoping more people will pick up and will support him. That's what they're essentially doing. What the carnivores do is they try to gather as many supporters as possible and spread them between them to try to make money. You know, maybe one person specializes in selling supplements, one person specializes in selling recipes, one person does meal plans, and they each get a piece of the pie. That's how these Masons work together. They just try to make each other money. But when you're as smart and hardworking as Frankie Boy, you don't need a piece of the pie. You can make your own pie. How many oysters are you eating when you notice it helped you with testosterone? I don't do oysters anymore. I usually have beef testicles, and I will be selling some on Frankie's Free Range Meat very soon. We might have some left on organ supplements, but I found a source for large volumes of animal testicles. So for all you boys that want to boost your testosterone naturally, we will have that soon on Frankie's Free Range Meat. Tay Ruby, the reason I block you is because you keep talking about your boyfriend, okay? I'm not into that, all right? So stop trying to pick me up. Looking well rested. I slept okay last night. I've been doing some protocols that I've been feeling a lot better on. Yes, I've been wanting to do more TikToks.
What benefits did you notice taking K2?
I've been doing a lot more. I've been really wanting to do TikToks, but I'm just not a TikTok person. Like, it's not for me. I feel like TikTok is a step down from what I do. It really is. I could probably do it if I really wanted to, but like I have creativity and stuff, and my creativity just doesn't seem to apply to TikTok. It's a lot of dancing. I don't dance. I can learn to dance, but it takes me a long time to do. I can dance, but it takes me a long time to do. Testosterone through the roof. No, if you eat too many testicles, what'll happen is when your testosterone exceeds natural levels, you get really angry and aggressive and you can't sleep. Like you know, because you want to break something. It's actually, but you have to be kind of aware of what you're doing and why you're aggressive. Do you have any shower filters on your Amazon page? Yeah, there's a cheap one on there. If you go on my amazon.com/shop/Frank Tufano, there's a shower filter on there, I think. Chocolate or strawberries? They're both okay to eat if they're organic. Is your brother a Mason? He might be. I haven't been able to figure that out yet. The only reason I think my brother might be a Mason is because he wanted to be in NASA when he was younger, and I'm assuming he might actually be a Mason. I don't know. The main reason I think he's a Mason is because of the way he gaslights me with anything I bring up, and he thinks I'm stupid. Can that happen from too many oysters too? The problem with oysters is that you might have pollution issues. Oysters are hard from a pollution perspective. I wonder if you had a lake, if you could grow oysters. I mean, oysters need salt water, right? If I was rich as fuck, I would just replicate an ocean in my. I would dig a really big ass lake on my property and replicate an ocean of salt water, and then I would probably grow some oysters. Didn't you say he also only dates Jewish girls? Yeah, that was the other red flag. That my brother was dating Jewish girl. That was the other red flag. Shirtless is not even a surprise anymore. I usually work out before, and I'm really sweaty. I could put the shirt on, but I feel like it gets me more views anyway. Too much mercury in tuna, Frank? Mercury in seafood is actually the least of your concerns. I just cut up and ate so much steak. I only have ground beef in my freezer, and I was really craving steak. So I went to Whole Foods earlier to buy some, and it just all looked really shitty. All looked really shitty. Is Dr. Bronner a safe all-purpose cleaner? I don't know. If I was on a farm when I get my own house, I don't know what I'm going to clean stuff with, to be honest. I might have some type of I'm going to clean most things with just clean water. And then I just want to have something really natural and caustic for nasty stuff. Like if something gets animal poop on it, or if something is really dirty and filthy and moldy, I want something that's caustic. Maybe I could make a peppermint oil or something, peppermint oil water or something. Could you bribe a doctor to avoid the injection? I think there's going to be a lot of people that oppose the injection, and they can't force everyone to get the injection. It's not going to happen. And there's no circumstance where I'm going to get the injection or where you should get the injection. There's nothing. If you get that injection, your life is essentially over. Who knows what they put in that? Who knows if they're going to poison you? Who knows if there's some type of nanoparticles to control you, to change the way you think? If you get the injection, that's it. That's it. You cannot get it. When do you predict things are going down again? September, October, sacrifice months? Well, technically they didn't kill anyone earlier. Guys on Instagram, we're losing connection a little bit, so I'm just going to restart the live stream real quick, and then we'll go for a few more minutes on Instagram. They didn't kill anyone. No one really died. They might have killed a few people on ventilators, but if they're actually going to kill people, I think they're going to turn the towers up later this year, and if children go back to school. I don't see how it's going to happen, though, because they keep ramping up and saying things are getting worse, things are getting worse. I can't imagine a month or two from now that they're going to say, oh, kids can go back to school. I can't imagine that. If they say 2 months from now, oh, kids can go back to school, and people actually send their kids back to school, people are really fucking way stupider than I thought they were. Trump confirms second stimulus check for July. I'm going to see if I can get another $50K small business loan so I can get some more Russian hookers. Guys, the world's ending. I'm trying to have some fun. I don't pay for sex. I just pay for the hotel room. Mustard or ketchup or both? I try not to use either most of the time. Sometimes I'll go on a mustard binge. I've only had ketchup on a handful of occasions. Handful of occasions I've had ketchup. If I'm really, really sick and I need to get a meal in, when I was experimenting with egg whites, I used ketchup, but it just made me sick. Do you like sushi? I do like sushi, but I have issues sometimes when I eat sushi with certain fish. I have a problem tolerating large amounts of omega-3. Found a really good unsweetened ketchup at Whole Foods? It's not really about whether there's sugar in it or not. It's about how's the quality of the ingredients. Frank, do you recommend building a home gym right away? Yeah, if you have a really good budget for a home gym is $5 or $6 grand. With 5 or 6 grand, you can get everything you want that a commercial gym would have. If you can't afford more than $1,000, what I would do is I would look up how to make concrete plates and stuff online, and I would do the concrete plates and the dumbbells. But guys, we're gonna wrap up the live stream on YouTube, on Instagram, and go to YouTube Frank Tufano if you guys want to join me for the live stream. What's IGTV? Is IGTV the same as No, I don't want that. I just want it on the story. Is IGTV on your main page? I don't want that. Okay. So I would go online and look if there's a I would go online and look if there's the concrete dumbbells. Because a dumbbell set is going to cost you a lot of money. Like if you want to buy a 5 to 100 pound dumbbell set, that could run you a few $1,000s. So the most difficult thing to get and procure is going to be a dumbbell set. Like it would take you a long time to build dumbbells with concrete and PVC pipe. But if you were going to invest your time and money and effort into something, that's what I would do. Build a dumbbell set with concrete. Build a dumbbell set with concrete and then use the rest of that money to buy like stuff that you can use to make a power rack, more concrete weights and stuff like that. It's going to be difficult to, because you'll drop $1,000 just on the Olympic weight set, the squat rack, and a small amount of dumbbells. So if you build your concrete dumbbells, if you build your concrete bar plates, if you build a wooden bench press and power rack, hopefully you can do it for $500, $600, $700, and then you can see what else you want to put in your gym. Then you can maybe get some try to build. Basically, if you have a really low budget, you're gonna have to build stuff. If you have a few $1,000 budget, you're gonna have to buy like used equipment off Craigslist and try to scour around. It's probably impossible to do right now. But if you have a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 budget, you can buy used commercial gym equipment from a wholesale place. Are you going to introduce new products to Frankie's Range Meat? Yeah, we're trying to get right now. But with all this nonsense going on in the world, we hope we don't have another round of bullshit. Is cheap lean meat safe? No. In past videos, I might have said... I don't think I've ever said cheap lean meat is safe in past videos. I think if you go back a few years on my channel, you might see me say that lean meat is okay. But my new opinion is under no circumstance should conventional meat be consumed. Einkorn wheat things, brown rice, honey. What are you talking about? Do people really need like 10 different dumbbell weight sets? I rotate between just 3 weight sets. I mean, personally, if I had like a pair of 15-pound dumbbells, a pair of 30-pound dumbbells, I could probably just work out with those. It depends on how nice of a gym you want and how permanent it would be. Yeah, if I had a set of 5 to 100-pound dumbbells, my workout's going to be better than if I had 15 and 30-pound dumbbells. How much better? Maybe 5, 10% better. I'm just going to steal piglets from an organic farm and move to the middle of nowhere. I mean, piglets aren't that expensive, to be honest. Piglets are not that expensive. If you're not getting fat or muscle, is your caloric intake or routine? Usually it's the routine. Do you work out your neck? No. I don't work on my neck. I believe that the majority of your physique should be, you should really focus on your back, chest, and shoulders, and everything else will come. If your back, your chest, and your shoulders are really muscular and balanced, everything else can come soon, and then you can work. No, I haven't worked out my traps at all. They're maybe a little smaller than the rest of my physique, but even if I just flex my traps, it looks silly. So I don't understand. Like, I don't want my traps to look like, I can always work on my traps for a few months and they'll blow up. I mean, I've never noticed a benefit from supplementing boron. Sometimes you get some antimicrobial die-off if you take a large amount and you haven't taken any in a while. Doctor, it is not, and no, I have not done so. I know you boys are into that stuff, but I am not. Conditioning, cardio for hypertrophy. Very difficult to do. Very difficult to incorporate that into a weightlifting routine. Have you heard of the 33 balls a day diet? What are you talking about? My aunt has just been prescribed.
What benefits did you notice taking K2MK for?
K2MK4, you'll notice benefits initially. You should with gut motility, energy, sex drive to some degree. If you're deficient in K2, K2, if you're deficient in K2 and you take it, you'll notice a difference when you take it. You'll feel a lot better. But if you're not deficient in K2, if you have a healthy gut, you might not notice that much of a difference when you take vitamin K2, but you also might need the other cofactor nutrients like magnesium. Or it could possibly just be that you need to go much higher on the K2 dose. Some people don't feel better on vitamin K2 until they go up to like 60, 70, 80, 90 milligrams, which is much higher. It's mostly testosterone, gut motility. The ground veal you sell is $7 near me. I mean, I've never seen veal that cheap ever. Where Keto Anthony, where is that veal for sale for $7 a pound? We just listed ground veal for $10.50 a pound. I gotta look at pricing, but that $7 a pound for veal is dirt cheap. Democrats are trying to push people to vote online so they can manipulate the results. Well, you believe the illusion that the votes matter at all. You think the votes matter at all, or that we choose anything. There's nothing. There's nothing that we actually choose. It's all controlled and bullshit. If you think voting or Democrat or Republican makes a difference, everything in this world is controlled, so don't worry about it. Is Michelle Obama a man? Those are rookie numbers, buddy. You got to pump up those numbers. Those are some rookie numbers. Is turmeric good for anti-inflammatory benefits or acne? If the main purpose, these various supplements like turmeric have certain compounds in them that might inhibit certain metabolic pathways, that might kill certain dysbiotic bacteria. So there are certain benefits, but in the context of a healthy diet, I don't think it's necessary to take turmeric. 33 bull testicles a day diet. Yeah, I think you would like have some zinc overdose problem. I've noticed a chiseled jaw. The main thing with me taking K2 is my face has changed a lot. I've been taking vitamin K2 for about a year and a half, and I don't look as boyish anymore. Like, my face is a bit more like a drawn. That might be because I've been working out too, but I don't really know. Cleaning your face or having glowing skin, getting a lot of sun. No, I mean, the Democrat versus Republican stuff is just BS. I did a video on titled Statins Explained in 5 Minutes that you can show to anyone that thinks statins are good. And around that same period of time, I did there was 3 videos in that cholesterol series. One was Statins Explained in 5 Minutes. One was Why Cholesterol is Good for You. And another video was titled Do Our Bodies Make Enough Cholesterol? But I've been trying to convince my grandmother and family not to take statins for years, and they don't listen to me, so I don't really care. Any idea when you'll get more K2? I've been having problems with the current supplement manufacturer that I'm working with. I was honestly just going to say fuck it and not do the supplements anymore, but I'm looking into another manufacturer. Hopefully I can get it for a reasonable price. If I can't get the supplements for a reasonable price, I'm going to have to fucking make them myself. I'm going to have to buy a capsulating machine. I'm going to have to figure out how to do it myself because it's an absolute nightmare dealing with most of these businesses. Everyone's incompetent and is trying to rip you off and is a bunch of fucking clowns. I'm just going to buy the I'm not going to put it in capsules. I'm just going to buy the powder and sell the powder. If I have to spend $40,000 for some clown to put some fucking powder in a capsule, I'm not going to do it. I'll just sell the powder. If you wore a white coat, your family might listen. Yeah, right? Best plant sources of magnesium? Probably some wild plant food that we don't have access to. The food that most people have access to that's probably good enough for magnesium might be chocolate. Seaweed has good magnesium on paper. I'm curious about the oxalate content of seaweed. You know, I want to do supplements, but it's just the pricing is these people are trying to rip me off. Like they're trying to manufacture supplements for the price that I have to sell them for. Like I don't understand what they expect me to do. Make a video on shampoo and hair care. We're gonna have hopefully we have a shampoo on Frankie's Naturals within a week or two. Concentrated mineral water for magnesium. Usually mineral water has a lot of calcium. If it has a high amount of magnesium, it's going to have a correspondingly high amount of calcium. So it's going to kind of cancel it out. It depends on how well your body tolerates calcium. Do you plan on making a video about vitamin B complex supplements? Yeah, but I don't know if that's information I want to give away for free. What time is it? 8:36. Oh, we've only been going for 20 minutes. Okay. We'll probably wrap this up at like 40 minutes, a little earlier tonight, because I have there's some dirty New York City girls texting me right now. The B complex video, it would just be like, again, information that I don't really want to reveal. Pasture-raised eggs worth buying. I've done several videos. Eggs are a superfood. Greg Doucette's health advice is comical. I did a video critiquing him a while ago, and he didn't respond to it. I think I tore him a new one. I'd pay more if you charged more. Nothing else on the market we can trust. Well, look, I have no problem with charging more. I have a problem with some asshole making that much money off of me. Listen, when they tell me, I know what the ingredients cost. I know what the capsules cost. I know what everything fucking costs. I'm not going to pay someone $5 a bottle to put it in a fucking... I'll go buy the machine myself. Is Toyota Corolla manual or automatic? I think most of them are automatic. Why are you asking that question on my live stream, dude? Oh, is that a joke about the... Okay, I don't get. Maybe it is. Dirty as in sticky with STDs. I don't know. A few of these girls definitely needed to take a shower. Let's just leave it at that. Most pasture-raised eggs are still fed soy and corn. Yeah, that's why hopefully I get my farm within a few months and I get you guys eggs. And you guys can Oh, you know what happened when we applied for Ram Ranch and the domain was private.
Do black African American cows have a higher nutrient density?
I don't know the answer to that question. Mercedes G-Wagon, manual or automatic? What is it? In Europe, it's manual, and States, it's automatic.
Why does swimming in the ocean make your skin, hair so much better? Does ocean have a lot of minerals?
It's very high salinity. It's kind of antimicrobial. It's going to like clean you off, basically. It's complete. There's nothing you can do that's as high salinity as the ocean. You go in the ocean, it's going to completely change your skin's pH, your hair, and everything, dry everything out. I've never been camping. No, so ramranch.com, the domain is private. So I can't figure out who has it and if they're selling it or not. STDs are a hoax. Well, listen, I'd like to err on the side of caution and not believe stuff like that. But to be honest, with how dirty these New York City girls are, the fact that my dick hasn't fallen off yet and I haven't gotten anything, I'm starting to believe that's true. How are STDs a hoax? Because viruses are hypothetically something that manifests in the body in an unnatural state, and the only way you can get it is if it's injected into you. Germ theory is a hoax. I just don't understand. I just have to look up I don't understand the molecular biology behind viruses, and I don't know enough about them to explain it, and it doesn't seem like the information is readily available. Like, if you go on the Wikipedia page for them, it says, oh, well, they're kind of unknown and scientists don't know a lot about them, and that basically means that if you actually understood what it was, you would realize the truth and everything's a hoax, unfortunately. You'd realize it was all fake. Have you tried pickled herring? Yeah, I made some myself once, and I took a bite and I threw it all out. It was disgusting. Which seaweed on your Amazon shop do you recommend the most? The kombu apparently kelp has a good mineral ratio, and so does dulse. So I would try the kelp or the dulse, but there is definitely a pollution concern with seaweed. Sweet potatoes are a very bad carb source. I don't recommend them. How do you do your research and find stuff? I have a really big brain and have a knack for finding information. Chat's a little slow tonight, guys, so maybe we will wrap this up a little sooner in a few minutes. I keep forgetting to post I forgot to mention the live stream on my main channel today, and I forgot to post it on my main channel too. What about sweet prostate? Did you ever make a video on poor thyroid function? Yeah, we did a thyroid video on the thyroid a couple of months ago, I think. Is psoriasis leaky gut? Psoriasis is usually Wi-Fi EMF poisoning. Yeah. Foods and nutrients for tanning. I've covered those in my vitamin D videos. Any video where I talk about the sun or vitamin D, watch that. You'll get your answers. What's worse? Carbs, bread, cracker, pretzels, high omega-6 foods, nuts, or seeds? Granted, the food has no pollutants. The bread, crackers, and pretzels, if it was organic, high-quality wheat, bread, crackers, and pretzels, conventional, the nuts, seeds probably have less agrochemicals in them. Why do I crave tomatoes when I'm pregnant? Probably a mineral. Probably a mineral. Could be a gut bacteria craving. Could be a certain B vitamin. Could canola oil cause gas? Yeah, omega-6 can definitely cause digestive issues.
Have you ever indulged in marijuana?
I plead the fifth on that. I don't smoke. I haven't smoked in many, many years. I just wish we had this is why I missed the live streams with the higher viewer count, because this is like I'm literally like looking through my phone to find for comments on my YouTube channel to talk about, but that's the problem. When YouTube throttles my channel and I don't have any sort of new viewer base coming in consistently, then people that join my live stream have already heard every other live stream, and they pretty much have the answers to my questions already, or they have the answers to their questions already. That's why a lot of the conversation goes off track. Milk helped me with the hangovers. Yeah, I mean, milk has a lot of B vitamins. Milk has a lot of amino acids. Milk is probably one of the best foods for hangovers. It's pretty easy to overdo the vitamin A with milk for some people, but otherwise it's a perfect food on paper for fixing a hangover. Used to have like 1,000 viewers on live stream. You know, I try not to think about it. You know, YouTube unsubs people from my channel. It stops notifying people. I don't really know what to do about it. You know, I've been working very hard. I've essentially killed myself doing live streams. You plan on doing a video on how to safely eat large amounts of honey? That will be hopefully something within the next few months. I'm not sure when that'll be, but hopefully in the next few months. Hope maybe sooner, within 2 or 3 months, we'll be able to do it. I don't know. Is it time for a vacation? I don't know because, you know, the harder I work, the less views I get, the more they censor me. If I went missing, I mean, the only thing that would happen if I went missing for a month, all the other shills would be happy about it. You know, every single person on YouTube is special interest funded in the club that sold their soul because they only care about themselves and they're inherently selfish. The Lion Diet Chill is starting to introduce plant foods after you said you were going to quit carne by the end of the year. What if I just pull a giant fucking bluff? Yo, it's fucking hilarious. These people, these carnivores wish they could read my mind, because what I'm about to do is going to blow their fucking minds. Blow their fucking minds. Naomi, I have a whole video, 45-minute video on dairy. Do you recommend the Now Super Enzymes for someone with digestive issues? You have to watch my enzyme video. If you watch my enzyme video and you're asking that question, watch the video again. To be honest. Go vegan and watch everyone else go vegan. I should, yeah, I know, right? They'll know I'm fucking with them though. Water and salt manipulation for physique. I think it's pretty basic stuff, and I think that most people assume the most things you can assume at face value are what's actually correct. So he said they'll return on the towers and blame the protesters on the increase in cases, but literally the opposite happened. What's the theory now? What do you mean the opposite happened? They're saying they're not blaming the protesters on cases, but they're saying that people are going out and cases are skyrocketing. But this doesn't make sense though, because cases in New York are at an all-time low, but protests in New York were where the most protests were in New York. I don't know. Logically speaking, I don't know. They're saying things are skyrocketing in other places. The point is they're doing the second. I don't know. What am I incorrect about? They are increasing cases and they're still pushing the bullshit. So face value salt and water manipulation for physique, you can assume like removing water is always going to make you drier and harder. And salt manipulation, you want to have enough salt in your diet and you want to keep it consistent. And you want to stay full. The difficult part is getting the right balance of water. You have to pretty much cut water a day or two before the show and not consume any water at all. And keep the moisture in the diet very low. They're not allowed to make connections between the cases and the protests. They're only blaming people who go to bars and gyms. Radiation is a soft kill, just like soda, disinfectants, laundry soap. I don't think radiation is a soft kill. Cancer is not a soft kill. Did you ever get a real Faraday cage? No, Anyone who claims that the protests didn't increase the cases because they were outside and they claim the protests didn't increase the cases was because they were outside and they wore masks. I was at the protests. 5% of people didn't wear masks, I would say. A lot of them weren't wearing masks, especially a lot of the black people weren't wearing masks. I think New York is low on cases so they can be the testing ground for the second wave and basically what you said in today's video. Probably. They're probably going to say things are, so what do you think? They're going to say things are getting better and then they're just going to turn the switch on and fuck things up again? A lot of my family in Santa Barbara, Cali are getting sick and they haven't been going out for shit, but they believe it's the virus. This is the thing. This is what I've been saying. People are going to stay inside and not go anywhere, and they're going to get sick, and they're going to think it's the virus. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense whatsoever? The point is, we're screwed because the majority of the population believes whatever they say in the news. I'm just exhausted talking about this. I'm exhausted of getting censored on YouTube. It's crazy if you think what I'm getting censored for talking about. Like, I'm not talking about things I could talk about. I'm like on the line, but I'm not saying anything controversial. My video today was censored because I talked about HVAC systems in gyms. How fucking crazy is that? My videos were taken down for filming the streets of New York City. If you film an empty hospital, if you just go and say, "Oh, look, that hospital's empty," your video will be taken down. Now, they say all the organs that need oxygen the most are the ones affected by the virus. Yeah, because the radiation poisoning inhibits your body's ability to make oxygen. It's stupid. I know I'm not going to get sick. I know I'm going to be safe because the current issue is radiation poisoning. They're using radiation poisoning to make people sick. They're using radiation poisoning to make people sick. The radiation poisoning is making people sick. So if I know how to protect myself from that, I'm not going to get sick. There's a new supposed virus from China. Did you hear about that? I don't know. It's all bullshit. They might try to just kill some farm animals and they might really try to take down the meat supply later this year. They might really try to take down the meat supply. I don't know what they're going to do. It just seems like it's going to be a reenactment worse of what they did earlier this year. Difference between RF and EMF.
Did you notice an increase in hair growth due to consuming more calories protein?
That has more to do with mineral ratios in the diet. I still haven't done my hair loss course yet because I don't want some clown to steal my information and make a course and charge more for it. More calories and protein. If you consume the wrong foods, it might not actually help hair growth. They were so quick to blame those who were protesting the lockdown, and they were so quick to protect the BLM protesters. That is a ironic thing I didn't mention in any of my videos. Me and a friend have been getting a dry cough while cases are rising in Cali. Dry cough is the radiation poisoning. It's the frequency that they're doing. They're literally, it's crazy. The reason they're censoring everything about 5 grams, the reason you haven't seen anything about the Wi-Fi towers lately is because that is what is specifically causing the symptoms that they're blaming the virus on. I haven't heard one story of someone dying of this virus outside of a hospital. Once you enter a hospital, you don't come out. Yep, I've said that several times. No one has died outside of a hospital. No one has died outside of a hospital. RF is radio wave frequency. RF stands for radio wave field. EMF stands for electric and magnetic fields. I think radio waves fall in magnetic fields. I think radio waves are a type of magnetic field, but basically to understand, radio wave is Wi-Fi. Magnetic is high power structures that require a lot of voltage, and electric fields are same thing, high voltage, but electric fields are like electricity flowing, whereas magnetic fields are from like an electric base station, basically. A high power source that's a hub. Why do they want to take down the meat supply? Because when people don't consume meat and B vitamins, they get neurological issues, and it makes them weak and sick. Meat is incredibly important for the immune system. What are you doing for your 30th birthday? We got a couple years, buddy. I don't know. We'll see what happens if I'm still here. If they don't send the Jewish boys in dresses to take me away, we'll see what happens. Jose, I didn't watch that yet. I saw your Snapchat though. Frank, add some background music to live streams. I should probably do that. I could just go on Epidemic Sound and play. Remind me next time to do that. Does more copper in your blood from supplements work similar to copper protected clothing to help block Wi-Fi? I'm working on it. No, copper. Well, I mean technically copper, yeah, but I'm working on a when I get the supplement manufacturer, I have a supplement I'm going to make that helps protect you from EMF temporarily. Like when I take a specific, when I go down to Rail These Dirty Girls, I take specific supplements to reduce the oxidative stress and block the calcium channels. But there's nothing, I want to make something combined that's easier to take instead of taking 7 different things. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if this Bangladesh dude just stole my fucking money. I got to see what they're up to. I wired them $1,000 for samples, but we'll see. Are you anti-Semitic? What's anti-Semitic? What's anti-Semitic that some boys want to wear dresses? What are you talking about? I don't have a problem with that. I promote that. Glutathion's one of them, yeah. By no means is it the most important one, though. Sleeping around isn't something to brag about, Frankie? Well, I mean, I'm explaining what I'm using the... I think, you know what, honestly, I'm going to call you out on that one, Alexa. You're absolutely right. As a female, you can't really brag about sleeping around. But as a guy, it's something completely different. People are more open-minded on TikTok, surprisingly. I don't know, like, what do I just talk about what's going on in the world right now on TikTok for a few seconds? Adding reaction videos to make live streams easier. I don't really like giving... I mean, I don't know what videos I would react to right now. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, every single day someone tells me I look like someone. Every single day I hear like, oh, you look like this person, you look like that person. And I always end up having similar features to the person they're suggesting, but I don't actually look like that person that much. Thoughts on linoleic acid being bad for you? I think we covered it in my omega fatty acid video series. React to the mainstream news. Probably get DMCA takedown or something. Your vegan critiques are getting the most views on your channel.
Do you think they would shut down the meat plants in somewhere like New Zealand in the future? 95% of meat is mostly grass-fed, organic here. America seems to be the one to win things first.
Back when we were covering the meat shortage stuff, they actually closed butcher shops in New Zealand and deemed them as non-essential. They closed the butcher shops, so they can do whatever they want. It's not good. I'm surprised, I'm surprised everyone hasn't moved out to a fucking farm. I'm going to try to get this farm property as soon as possible just because I know shit's going to happen in 2 or 3 months. You should study contract law. Be easier to get some land. What do you mean about that? You look like an old Jewish grandma. I'm not sure if the ladies have the same opinion as you, but okay. Did you make a video on veal? I mean, we did veal in our day of eating. I didn't show the veal products we have yet. Thoughts on abortion? I don't really like dialing things down to abortion. I think in general, society needs to be healthier from a nutrition perspective. I think people need to be more educated. I think people need to understand how to be healthy and raise healthy humans themselves. I don't think abortion is an individual issue that needs to be addressed without addressing the other things first. How about a farm in a different country? It could be safer. Well, no, the issue is I need to sell products in the States. My business right now is based in America. Thoughts on the government making us sick? What do you mean? Someone in the chat just mentioned earlier they're getting a dry cough from when cases are allegedly going up. But I get a dry cough when I go down to the city for a couple hours. They're literally doing something to the air that causes you to immediately get a dry cough when you're in the environment. Can you debunk Greg Doucette's Seco? I already did. He didn't respond to my video. When I debunked Greg Doucette's video a few months ago, he just left a comment on it. He didn't make a video against me. I'm not giving him any more publicity. Why would I make a second video on someone who didn't address my first video? I mean, Greg's in the club too. He has a different marketability, but he's in the club too. Make a healthy Nutella recipe. What is Nutella made from? Hazelnuts, right? Any idea when I get slightly nauseous when I try to eat a lot of the Warrior Bar? It's not. If you have a sensitive gut or gut issues, and you don't tolerate large amounts of rendered fat well, you might not tolerate the Warrior Bar well, because the Warrior Bar is rendered beef tallow with whey protein, honey. You said you feel what? Or do I get slightly nauseous when I try to eat a lot of your Warrior Bar? Because you just stuffed your face with like 3,000 calories worth of fat and sugar, buddy. It's not too high in carbs, but it's very calorie dense. If you eat one of those Warrior Bars, it's 1,500 calories. It's going to clonk you out. Maybe try having a vitamin C supplement with it. Like the vegan's videos about his testosterone. What did he recently make? Some new videos about his testosterone. Mike, we don't care what your testosterone levels are when your arms look like I could snap them like this. And any of these vegans not using steroids, I could literally break their arms. I bet you I could literally break their arms with my bare hands. Any of these vegans not using steroids. You know how exactly Wi-Fi causes a dry cough? Interesting correlation. We'll have to understand how that works. I didn't look through the information, and I don't know if I saved it. Someone left me a comment on my channel about leaving some studies about how 60 gigahertz Wi-Fi frequencies alter the electrons and oxygen molecules, and you can't breathe the air somehow. Thoughts on the Pizzagate shit going on? It's a distraction. They're not actually saving children. They're not actually saving children. They're saying they are, but they're not. Why did you used to say vitamin A is important and you can overdose on it, and now you can say be careful? Why did you used to say that vitamin A is important and you can overdose on it, and now you say be careful about vitamin A? I'm assuming you meant to ask and you can't overdose on it. Well, you might want to go rewatch my videos because that's not what I said. Nah, it's not even like half the bar, bro. I mean, you're still eating 700-800 calories of rendered fat. We're going to make a couple different flavors in the future, so let us know how those flavors are too. Did he get his blood work for testosterone tested? He's probably taking HRT like all the other vegans. All of these vegan men need to inject testosterone so they don't fall apart. You probably could, especially since the lack of vitamin D would make their bones into jello. No, yeah, that's why I was kind of serious. Best omega-3 food, brain or Batarga? Brain or fish roe or Batarga? Batarga is fish roe. It's heavily salted. I would argue that raw brains from an animal are the best omega-3 food. Fish roe is, I mean, it's probably just as good. It's just hard to get fresh. So when usually fish roe or batarga, it's a salted cured caviar. So it's, not as ideal as fresh raw brain. Well, that warrior bar, you guys got to watch my video on keto if you want to know what ketosis is. You technically aren't, ketosis isn't like a state that you have to get, it's saying like, if you're asking, the biggest myth about keto is like getting knocked in and out of ketosis. That's not how the body works. Watch my video on keto. I got to do a blood work update video soon. I actually got some blood work done a couple months back that I was going to talk about, but I just spent another $500 on blood work that I have to get done. According to Garrett Smith, daily vitamin C supplementation will shut down ADH and ALDH, the main detoxifying liver pathways for vitamin A. Thoughts? Mr. Tech, can you send me that study? When I was doing my research on the vitamin C video, I was trying to find that. That might be correct. I've tried brain, wild salmon, and salmon roe. Never had more of a notable surge in focus and brain function than with sardines, just my opinion. No, I mean, raw brain might have some properties that those other foods don't have, but it's very unlikely there's a difference. Wow, 500 on blood work. Yeah, I was a little pissed. The main reason the blood work was $500 is because the vitamin D tests are very expensive, and one vitamin D test is, there's 2 different vitamin D tests I had to get that are like $100 each. So it was basically $200 in vitamin D tests, $200 in the steroid test was $200, the vitamin D test was $200. I'm not even getting my testosterone checked in this blood test. I just didn't want to spend more money. Maybe I did actually put that down. I don't remember. But it's expensive. The most expensive thing is the steroid test. And I'm just doing it so when people say, oh, you take steroids? Nope. Here's the paperwork, buddy. Talk to my lawyer. Talk to my lawyer. If I ever make a lot of money from my farm, I'm gonna try to find these people in my comment section and sue them for slander. Like someone's gonna get served like 3 years from now. And the person and the fucking court papers are gonna say, on June 30th of 2020, you commented on Mr. Tefano's channel. Ha, you're using steroids, gay boy. Mr. Tefano is suing you for damages, false claims. When are you going to get more brain in stock? Hopefully next week. I'll see how soon I can get it. When is the farm opening? I don't really want to open the farm, to be honest, but I'm going to kind of force myself to do it. I'm forcing myself to buy a truck this week. I'm going to make myself buy a Toyota Tundra. I don't know. I just don't know how to fucking fix anything. I don't have tools. I don't know how to fix anything. Hopefully I can just get a loan so I can blow a bunch of money on tools and stuff. Just like basic power tools. Honestly, if I knew how to do like carpentry and shit, like if I had that talent for woodworking and stuff, yeah, I would love to be like I'm like a workaholic. I would love to be in a workshop for 10 hours straight just cutting wood myself. Who's going to accuse you of steroid use? About half the people on my channel, apparently. What's the most important question for my endocrinologist? I mean, honestly, most doctors, they just don't know enough. Doctors know like the conventional way to treat people with medications and solutions and artificial things. And honestly, listen, I know more than 99% of doctors about what blood tests to look for and what to do, but I don't really do a lot of blood. I do blood work with my clients, but I don't really focus on it because it's not necessary in some cases. I mean, yeah, for every single client, I'll tell them, like, listen, you need to get this blood, this XYZ, that blood work, that blood work, that blood work. And looking at a full blood work panel and all the hair mineral stuff and all that stuff can help to address certain things. But 9 times out of 10, when I've had extensive write-ups for, you know, a lot of my clients will send me pages and pages and pages and pages of blood work and paperwork and all this stuff, and I don't need it. I go through it. It didn't help me with anything. Wow, new car. Retire the Ford Taurus. Well, this is what happened. I can either put another 200 or 300 into the Taurus, which I'm not fucking doing, because I got to get an oil change. I got to change the serpentine belt. I have the snow tires on the Taurus right now. I'd have to put the other tires back on and balance them and shit. Not doing that stuff. What do you guys think? I have the 2001 Taurus. It's dented. Has 70,000 miles on it. What's it worth? $1,000? Not even. It runs fine. I have the muscle, but not even remotely a handyman. I could figure out how to fix shit. I've just never had the tools or equipment to do stuff. Like I wanted to change the heater core on my Taurus, but it's like, you know, if you don't have the equipment, if you don't have a lift, it's hard to do. Don't rush the farm purchase. Get some great soil and a great deal. I'm against you on that one. I'm against you on rushing the farm purchase because 3 months of being on the farm, from a profit perspective, if everything is up and running, is going to exceed getting a better deal. Even if I get ripped off for $50K or whatever, if I'm on that farm for 3 months longer and I get ripped off for 50, it's like working. You could say, yeah, well, wait till you get a better job. But if you wait 3 years to get a better job, yeah, but if I could have been fucking working for 3 years, it doesn't matter. You have to understand. That's a big element that people have to understand in life, is like holding out for things is not necessarily the best idea. And the main reason that we might buy this farm isn't necessarily, I mean, it is a really good location and a good property, but the main reason is there's some guys that can really help us out. I got 2 guys that know more than probably everyone in this chat combined about farming that can help me figure things out. $800 max. It's a junk car. You can do the belt easy, no tools. Probably. I'll have 86. How many viewers does it say the live stream has? I spoke with a private contractor at my job, and he opened up about how doctors just right at the hospital in the same town as me are getting $36K bonus for every patient. No, it's even more than that for some places, Luke. And we talked about that in some of my videos. Definitely rush the farm purchase before this world goes to shit. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Nobody works hard anymore, Frank. You're an inspiration. I don't get it, man. Like, people really just don't want to work. Like, when I was getting those people to hand out flyers, I'm like, dude, I'm paying you fucking $30 an hour to just give people fucking flyers. Are you fucking stupid? I'd rather listen, if I could replicate myself or just do this every fucking day, I'd hand out flyers for $30 an hour right now, and I make decent money. If I could go down to the city and hand out flyers for $25, $30 an hour a couple days a week, I would fucking do it. These people just don't want to fucking work. It's ridiculous. They're entitled to money. If you can get a 3-ton lift for like 300, the more specialized stuff, I find it cheaper. Wait, hold on. Why are you guys putting numbers in my chat? What did I ask? Why are you guys saying 80s in my chat? What did I ask? I remember you talking about it, but it was even more confirmation hearing from a guy. Yeah. Why is no one else talking about vitamin A toxicity? Mainly because they don't understand it, and it's hard to test for, and they don't know the detox pathways and stuff. I doubt anyone else knows enough about it to talk about it. Oh, how many viewers? Oh, okay. If that's the case, we'll wrap this up in like 5 or 10 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, because I want to edit my video for tonight. Grain brain? This is blue light brain. Fucking staring at blue lights. Do you wear a mask when you have to go out? Now, you have to wear a mask when you go out because you're in New York and people won't let you go anywhere without a mask. So you have to wear the mask. My video I'm filming tomorrow, I wore a mask the whole time on my face because I was in the store. So what are you going to do? What's the video going to be about tomorrow? Peanut butter. Peanut butter. The Asian market? No, we didn't go to the Asian market. We went to Whole Foods. Does expeller press mean anything? An expeller is a type of device that is able to extract oils without heating it too much. So if it's expeller pressed, it's kind of like saying it's not it's kind of like bragging that it's not heat extracted, or excuse me, it's not extracted at a high heat. I usually don't burp unless I drink this carbonated water. So yeah, generally speaking, if they do it properly, the oil stays at a lower cold temperature. Yeah, I'm going to edit the video right now. It's going to be about just, is peanut butter healthy? I was going to do a day in the life video, but I was just really exhausted today, and I just wanted to film something quick and easy. Oh, and I also have to upload another video that I filmed off my phone. So if you guys have any more questions, just try to get them in before before we go today. I don't know why there's... Does someone with iron overload avoid fruits as a carb source? Why would you specifically avoid fruits? There might be some... no. The answer is no. Yeah, Jose, have a good night. Yeah, a lot of people will have a problem with pork. They'll react to the omega-6. They'll react to possibly something in the feed. But there's multiple components in chicken and pork and low quality eggs, low quality dairy in general. Agrochemicals, molecules that can translate to the meat that will make people sick and get immune and allergic reactions. Hey, Joanna, have a good night. All right, guys, so we'll wrap this up so I can go edit my video, but